Hello, Aries. Welcome back to Theresthattarot. Aries, we're going to talk about Mercury retrograde and what's going on. But first, there was this song that was playing when I shuffled your cards, and it was called Kingdom of Latveria. Or Latveria, I don't know. It's a fictional country that appears in the Marvel comic books, right? It's depicted with a storyline of the Marvel's comic titles as an isolated European country ruled by a fictional supreme Lord Doctor Doom. Okay. In this, he held this woman captive, or he held her soul. He claimed her soul for years. After decades of attempts, Doctor Doom rescued her soul, or something like that, right? Just gives me like somebody may be feeling like they need to be rescued. I don't know who that's going to resonate for, but look into Latveria. Okay, Latveria. This actually looks like it's near Romania or something, in between Croatia and Romania. But anyway, I feel like the story connected to it could be significant for someone. Now, during this Mercury retrograde, be careful of your internet connections, your any clerical errors. Double check your work, Aries. No drama in your social life. Avoid gossip. Your words can come back and haunt you during this time. Don't feel bad about cutting off toxic people, especially if they're consistent with their negativity and bad behavior. Look at these upheavals in your relationships as a sign from the universe that it is time to move on. Do not resist. Okay? Aries, let's see what you need to be aware of during this time, this retrograde, what's going on. Some of you may not be so quick to communicate with someone, or you may have stopped communicating with someone. I see you losing hope in something or someone. Now, the Knight of Swords in the reverse can represent someone who's a bit erratic, okay? Eccentric, not in the best ways, okay? But you're viewing a situation as unfair, not suited, not, I don't know, not, right? Maybe I just need to take whatever I have learned in this situation that I'm clearly seeing is not working for me, and I need to leave the rest behind. Sometimes we just have to go on with the lesson because something is calling you, Aries. You've been hearing it, you may have been dreaming about it, you may have heard it from your friends, your family members, your whatever, but there's a decision that needs to be made. There's something that you are needing to take your feelings out of, okay? Or maybe this is something that and just do it. Take your feelings out of it and just do it. But maybe you haven't been feeling confident in doing so, or you just haven't been like that quick-witted, decisive, go-getter Aries. What has you feeling that way? Are you keeping yourself stuck? Did you have to think about it? Or maybe you had to hang back until you were very clear on something here. Maybe you had to think about all of the opportunities that you were missing out on by way of not being in a position or a relationship or a situation that was keeping you from manifesting your desired outcome. Maybe that's what woke you up. Maybe you were just in denial, but you still had questions, or maybe you just weren't saying anything. But I do see you now, or maybe you were, okay. I see you letting go, though. I see you evolving. I see you actually going, not putting any more energy into something. I see you avoiding something that could hurt you. Okay. No more pretending that everything is okay. For the longest, you did that. Maybe you accepted a lot of offers, a lot of apologies, a lot of, I don't know. Could have been apologies. It feels like apologies. And every time you got hit by whatever this is, you're like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And every time you did that, you felt a little less successful about yourself, a little less confident, a little less in your power, a little less of yourself. The longer you did that, Aries. Because this was supposed to have been, or this was so, or it used to be, or this is what I felt, or I thought, or this is what it was. It was the Ten of Cups. Or was it? Or was it something that came to slow you down? Or was somebody offering that to several people? Or, you know what I mean? Or it's like, were you the one who was bringing the Ten of Cups to the table? And maybe it was your expectations that got you messed up. I don't know. But there's a call to get back on the right path. And getting back on the right path includes resolving certain associations. From what I'm seeing here, that you haven't been doing. Either allowing them to come back or coming back to keep peace. Something like that. But it's time for you to reveal how you really feel about this and focus on your own. It's like, yeah, go ahead and say whatever it is that you need to say. Because allowing your feelings to stay in the dark kept you from sleeping. That's something. Like, there's something that you needed to get off of your mind. So I do see you standing up for yourself, and I see you getting out of this cloud, this dark place. It was like a conflict, a relationship. This is a relationship. And I do feel like it was stealing your peace the more you didn't listen to yourself about it. But it showed itself, didn't it? It showed itself. And I can't keep watering. Like, it's like watering a plastic plant. It's plastic. It's not going to grow anything new because it's plastic. And I feel like by allowing yourself to come to this realization, you found a lot of emotional satisfaction in ending a relationship, a job, or whatever, making a decision to move on. I think that there's some guilt, or you look back at it, there's a grieving process. But then you're like, I kind of was wasting my time anyway. And you defend your decision from there to end it. Not in a everything's okay, but like really enough is enough. And you end it with the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, which means I'm okay and I'm moving into a more peaceful place, which is to my own, getting that sense of independence back, Aries. So Aries, I'm just gonna pull advice. I think it was there already, but I'm just gonna pull it anyway. Avoid. Avoid situations that you have to make excuses for. Did you have to make excuses for why you weren't in touch with people as much, or I don't know, your whereabouts, or oh no, they didn't mean it, or you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? We've all been in that situation where we're like, oh, well, it's not that bad. Oh, well, it's just anything that you got to keep making excuses for, it ain't right. You know it. Okay, now I got to be auntie tonight. Okay. Drop it. You're the only one who's in control. And sometimes I think there's somebody who loved you, but they lacked initiation. Okay, but I do see you ending a chapter of unrequited love, because sometimes love ain't enough. It's not enough. Because Aries are doers. So a lot of times our love language may be acts of service. And I don't mean acts of swiping your credit card. I mean acts of service. Because we are all here to serve in some form or fashion. And the moment that we lose sight of that, you can forget about it. It don't matter how much money you have or how little money you have. If you don't have a heart that desires to serve in some way, whether it be you serving the country, whether it be you serving with your fellow band members and creating a sound that's going to heal the hearts of the people, whether you are serving plates, hell, like I used to back in Nashville, whether, whatever it is, whether you're serving as a good mother, as a good father, as a good mentor. Every time I go on stage, before I go on stage, I say, thank you, God, for the opportunity to serve the people. And I feel like there's a situation that you've been in where there is indeed love, but no service. Or there's a lack of service. Something about service can be significant for you. Okay, Aries. And I just don't think you're interested anymore. You're closing a chapter of shit you're not interested in anymore because you've been elevated, Aries. So, here's a Moonology card for you from my manifestation deck. New moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. We are in a retrograde in the sign of Aquarius as well. So, big changes are forecast, but you need to let events unfold with as little steering as possible. Let go of the wheel, honey. God got you. I promise. Sometimes you just need to take a bit of space from a person or a situation. If you've been too emotional about someone or something, this card offers you a chance to cool things down. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for, allowing things to develop. Try to think of your situation from a different angle. I keep getting bird's eye view for Aries, okay? Look that up. But you need to be able to see something, and sometimes you can't see it if you write up on it, right? This card is especially a good sign for matters related to friends, networks, a wish coming true, science, tech, or online dating. Be yourself. Independence doesn't mean loneliness. A group of people, rather than one person, may be the ones to help you. The Hermit in the reverse was there. It's time for you to stop isolating yourself in some way. There may be a group of people rather than just one that's willing to help you. There's only one me. It's safe to be me. And I love me. Period. Okay? That's the mantra for this card. Aries, I'm going to leave you with this. Okay. And y'all like, share, and subscribe if this resonated with you. Aries, respond. Respond, not react. Respond intelligently, even to unintelligent treatment. I'm going to leave it there. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box for that. Oh, yeah. Aries. The song that was playing for you when I shuffled your card was Back on My Bullshit by Janae Aiko. Look that song up. And y'all leave it in the comments. Ciao.